to get knowledge. Even they do not know but whether the knowledge is they are getting it is right or wrong. Like when you go on Google, so you search a single thing, like you search a keyword on search engine, so they provide lots of websites and lots of things uh, that you do not want to get or
I think human mind always find a easiest way and shortest way to find and to search any information. So that is the main reason when we talk about reading book and listening. So it is totally different. Reading book, it is a big deal, I think, for humans, and listening and watching, it is not a big deal. And people can watch and listen. Just they can lay down on their bed and they can watch. And if you talk about the COVID time and post COVID time. So pre COVID time, people were indulged to reading book, and they were
People were indulging
in reading, and they were
So
used.
what were you doing during lockdown? Were
Yeah,
you into reading books?
yeah. That time I think I was also indulged in reading book, and when I got any information, that time I tried to read through the book, because that time I was preparing for SSC CGL, so I was using book. But during the lockdown, it was very difficult to buy any book, so I started to learn through the technology and YouTube. So I think I got addicted. I got addiction through the YouTube, and I think this when it changed in my habit, I could not find it.
Like if somebody is reading something through internet or YouTube or watching some kind of videos, people think that he is from a very ancient, like he is a modern like learner. He goes through different kind of phases and he is watching different kind of videos and content which is going to help him a lot. But on the other hand, if you go for the conventional methods, people think that you are from an old generation. So does it happen with you also?
Uh,
Madam, you said that you read a lot of books. So what happens when you read?
Sometimes my mother says why you are buying books, and the other problem that people face sometimes, they don't know where their interest is, because there are different genres and authors, and we don't know where our interest is. My some of my friend told me that you should read spirituality related books, and now the self help book is on trending, like teenage people reading self-help book. Even I think they should read
That is a
novels.
new trend in India.
Yeah.
It is abroad also, but number of people are reading self-help books, and that they are in trend. Everybody wants to be a motivational speaker nowadays, and we have seen a recent controversy where two like YouTubers were fighting with each other. So let's get it aside. Yes, carry on. So when you read books and when you keep buying new books, so what happens? Like, what do people say, especially your mother or some other people? And what about your friends?
My friends also buy or read books, so I have good friends in my life, so they motivates me to read books.
They
And
motivate you.
they motivate me to read books. But my mother sometimes says, why you are wasting your money, why don't you
Is it your money or your mother's money?
and is it my it's my mother's money, so why you are wasting your money, and why don't you buy clothes or other thing. So it happens
So
with me.
rather than spending on different things like most of the girls do, makeup, fashion,
Yeah.
clothes, accessories, so you spend that money on
Oh,
books.
books, yes.
Okay. What about others? What is your take on that? Carry on. So don't you think that reading book is quite exhausting for some people? They can't sit with a particular book for longer period of time because book needs time. A book needs Time. When you are reading a book, it requires a lot of patience to complete that book. It is easy to buy a book, but it is quite difficult to finish that book. Sometimes people lose interest after reading few chapters. They do not read consistently, like they are not quite regular while reading, so it happens a lot. So what about others? What do you want to say? Do you read books?
No, sir.
You don't like to read books. What about, can you hear? Yes, can.
Usually, I I do not read books. I watch television and spend time on mobile
Okay. So what do you do on mobile phone? Do you read some online content? Do you watch some kind of videos for knowledge? Or it is only for time pass?
for time pass only.
Time pass. So did it happen after lockdown or before that the same situation was there?
Yes, after lockdown.
So what happened? Were you into reading books before lockdown? Like especially your course book or you were into studies?
Yes, I was, but when lockdown came, then I
Lockdown
became
was
lazy.
imposed?
When lockdown was imposed,
You
I
were quite
became
new.
lazy.
You became
Yes.
lazy. Are you still lazy because now there is no lockdown? But might be our mind is pretty much in the same frame. Hmm. We quarantined our mind at that time and still it is in quarantine situation, I think. What do you want to say? What do you want to say about reading books?
I don't think reading is dying because we all choose our different ways to get information. And some people prefer books, other prefers YouTube video, ebooks, and audio clips to gain information. And if I talk about myself, I usually like to watch YouTube videos because in the videos you will be able to get a lot more information in short period of time rather than reading a book because I'm doing BCA.
What about undivided attention?
On,
Because our attention is divided. You're watching one particular subject in a video, and after a few minutes, you will be on a different video.
I use laptop to watch videos, so I got no notification from any apps, and
But still, you carry your mobile phone.
I put it on silent for a few
How
times.
often do you do that?
Uh, last month when I took when I was giving an exam,
When I
I
was taking an exam,
taking exam. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I woke up at.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So that was the exam time. That is different. Like we are talking about journal. Like in journal, what do we do? Do you really like to read books? Or
No.
what kind of knowledge do you want from YouTube? Do you think it is helping you?
I usually watch videos related to coding and languages like C plus and Java. So I think YouTube videos better than the books because in the video
So he's saying YouTube is better than books. What about others? Anybody wants to react on that?
I think not everywhere. We can use YouTube, like you are saying, when I watch video of coding. So I think, yeah, it can be possible, but by using authentic way, you can get more knowledge than the videos, because when any person make video, that time he or she also can read through the books. So I
But we
think,
must not forget that reading has increased. Reading is increasing day by day, but not through the books, through different applications, but the kind of attention that we used to give, it is divided now. We are not able to concentrate on one particular subject because internet is quite distracting. The distraction is such we are not able to concentrate on one particular application for a longer period of time. Suddenly a pop-up or any notification comes from WhatsApp and then you simply get involved in that conversation or chat. Does it happen with you also?
yeah, so many time.
So what do you read? Do
Uh,
you read through conventional ways a lot or you follow the latest trend?
No, no,
like
I don't follow latest trend, because I use just it for entertainment. When I study, so that time I use authentic
Now we
way.
have Audible also, like where you can listen to a particular book, audiobooks. What do you want
But
to say?
I think, sir, listening is the different, reading is the different, because I think they both are the part of the communication. and we are not using the reading. So I think it is different. You are just focusing on watching and listening.
So what should be the preference? Reading particular book or listening to particular audiobook? Which is more convenient?
I think reading is the more convenient.
Might be in future we would be like downloading all those videos in our brain. They would be a chip. Who knows?
I think Tesla is working upon that. In future it can be possible.
Okay. So, or anybody wants to give any opinion on that?
Like I have noticed those people, those who are in reading, they are ambivert, and they are very patient. They have very patience.
They are they show patience or
They
they are
show
patient.
they are they show
Patient.
patience.
Mhm.
Like in their behavior there is a certain changes. Like we are overexcited. They are just ambivert, and they kept everything inside them, and like we can say
But
that
ambivert is a combination of both extrovert
yeah,
and introvert.
they are not introvert like us, and they are not overexcited.
So, okay.
This
Is it
is
a balanced approach you are talking about or something else?
like
And what about you? Why don't you talk about yourself rather than simply talking about others? We can talk about our own selves.
yeah.
Yes, what is.
So
So, who are you then?
like I'm extrovert.
Extrovert. So, you
Yeah.
believe in expressing yourself.
Yes.
So, what kind of mediums do you use to express yourself?
Like
Because nowadays there is a different kind of approach that everybody has when it comes to offline life, because now we have two different lives, offline life and online life.
online life.
So might be you're very like a extrovert when it comes to online life, and what about offline life
I'm very expressive in words, like in offline life.
also, and what about online?
Yeah, online I post something when I go somewhere
Yeah,
and
because online you have some kind of comfort zone, you have a cushion that is like you're sitting at your home at in your comfort zone, you're sitting behind a particular screen. Like a lot of people get a lot of confidence when they are using mobile phones and when they are talking through different platforms. When it comes to face, when they face someone, then it is a different picture altogether.
I'm not talking to others on online.
Okay.
I don't like.
You don't like to talk to people?
Yes.
Okay, online, like you don't believe in that. All right. What
Yes.
about others?
Like as my friend said earlier, as my friend is said, the reading, listening is also good, and reading is also good. So according to me, the both are very important for us. Like when we are like in our communication skill, when we have to enhance our communication skills, so we have to do both things. uh, and But nowadays the youth are confusing, and they have no patience to read a book and to complete a whole book. I want to share my experience. I start a book, and I only read one or two chapter. After that I get bored from that book. So it happened with everyone, I think.
Okay. Yes, he wants to say something. Give it to him.
If I talk about difference between what knowledge we gain from mobile phone or book, if I talk about myself, if I get some knowledge from book, I can remember it for long time. But if I listen from YouTube video or Google it, it can be a short term. I can forget it in 1 2 3 days. But offline book knowledge, I can remember it for more than that. More than that.
So we are about to wrap it up. If anybody has any closing remarks or if anybody wants to say something.
Like
Yes.
we used to make cheats for our exams, but nowadays exams like but nowadays like children are ready to search on mobile phone because mobile phone makes like this kind of imagination. Like if we say something, we can easily get it.
So
And
don't you think that the creativity is dying now because we try to copy everything? Even you can write a book in few minutes using different applications. Earlier it was a tedious job, like people used to spend endless hours in their imagination and all. If you go to the J.K. Rowling and simply start knocking the door and saying to her that now you don't have to think about Harry Potter and other people, you just need to go online and simply give your ideas, and AI will complete book for you. So AI can complete a particular book, but what about our imagination? What about our thinking? What about our like calculative brain? So now the we are not simply using our brain. We are using the brain of artificial brain. I think that. What about AI? Yes. Somebody saying mobile phone knowledge is temporary.
Yeah, I think yes. As we are talking about AI, so yeah, artificial
So what
intelligence.
is what is permanent in this temporary world? You tell us.
I think permanent is when we read through the book. That time it can be permanent, not permanent, but it can be for a longer time. Because when we read through books, so that time we utilize and use our brain, our emotional intelligence. So I think yeah, by using book, we can make it for long time.
But a lot of people have downloaded a lot of stuff from the internet. They have thousands of books in their phones, but they do not know where that book is and how to pull that book. And most of the time, they are not able to retrieve that information when they want. But for the books, at least you can go to your bookshelf, or if you have a small library at home, you can go and check that particular book. I know it is time consuming, but everything is like that. Even might be in future we would not simply get up for the food. We simply press the button and the food will come and it will directly go to our mouth. That's what we are trying to do. So we want to minimize the human efforts. Yes, go on.
Yes, I think, sir,
Raju. Hi Raju, how are you? Yes.
collecting data, it is not a big deal, but utilizing that thing, it is a big deal. When we collect,
So we have become collector.
yeah,
We collect a lot of things.
yeah. When it comes to the videos, at that time we just download. We should
So do you
download this
think
video.
the kind of collection that we have, out of that museum we are going to use anything? Because in museum we simply keep things for display.
Yeah,
So whatever that we are downloading through internet, it is going in that same museum.
I think it is in the same way.
Hmm.
Because people just collect data, but they never utilize and they never study through that data. So
Okay. And what do you want to say, ma'am? Any one of you?
Nowadays people are going to
Why are we talking about people only? Why don't we talk about ourselves? Because we also belong to that young generation, as you are mentioning. So what do you do? Do you really think that you are into reading books now?
if I talk about me, I also going to towards reading a book, and I'm try to my habit.
Might be you're not very much active on social media.
Yes,
That's why. Because people, those who are pretty much active on social media, it is very difficult for them.
and I try to I go towards reading a book, and I get more knowledge, and
Okay. What about
that's
your friend?
Fewer days I am reading a book, but uh, in the
I have been
phone
reading a book for few days.
I have been reading a book for few days, and I am downloading in the mobile a
Okay.
book, but I am interested in mobile book.
So you are interested in reading e-books.
Yes.
Okay. So are you able to complete those books? Or as you said that you have recently started. So are you able to give proper time to that book
No.
without any interruption?
No. this is not possible in this era.
So don't you think that reading through mobile phone is quite distracting? We should go to the conventional way of reading because
Yes.
now reading is quite dying.
But it's depend of us, because if our concentration is towards reading, then
It is easier said than done. Like it
but
is up to us. It
if
is
I
up to
will
us.
talk about
Do we really think that we are able to concentrate, or we are able to simply keep our attention for longer period of time when we are on mobile screen? We don't even remember that we have to study something. Even people forget they have an exam tomorrow.
Sir, yeah, earlier I was also thinking about that. When I study, so that time when my friend or my any relative come to me, that time he or she said to me, "Let's play." So that time, why my mind always think about that I should play, not study, because I think it is feeling boring, and my our mind is always think about the shortest thing, and where we get entertainment very easily.
So let's finish it now because time is running out. It is 6:15. So it's nice to hear all of you talking about different aspects of reading and mobile phone also. So whatever that is, it is up to you. As she said that it is up to us. How do we take it? At the end of the day, people simply go for a balancing, remarks. So that's it for today. We will see you people tomorrow, and tomorrow we will have another topic for discussion. Bye everyone.